I just noticed that you're here, Can.
Yeah. How are you?
I don't know. I'm running sluggish tonight. I don't know what the problem is, but I'm okay. I mean, I just seem to be running sluggish tonight. I was just reading an article on intermittent fasting, and I'm like, I really miss intermittent fasting. I was doing that, and then I started this pain pill thing, and the pain pill thing is fine, I guess, but it requires food because if you don't take food, the pill tries to eat through your stomach.
Yes.
So you have to take foods, and it has to be done every 12 hours, which has trashed my intermittent fasting. But now I feel like I'm gaining weight and not keeping it off and not losing weight like I was doing before. And, and I don't feel as like good. And, it's kind of like, meh.
I'm feeling slow.
Yeah, I'm feeling slow and so
So I unleashed an accidental monster
uh,
that led to one, two, three, four comic pages I have done today.
oh yeah, wow, that's a lot of comic pages today.
So I'm working on the fourth page right now.
What did you do?
So uh, a person paid me yesterday for a meme comic of something that happened in a stream. So I'm like, sure, I can do that, no problem. And then I had another friend that's like, hey, you can do comics, right? I'm like, yes, I can do comics. It's like, hey, can you do this and this? I'm like, sure. They're like, cool. And then the VTuber that the first comic was based on was I have a reply comic to the that first comic. I'm like, okay. So now I'm doing the reply comic. It's like, okay, I am suddenly very busy today.
Are they okay? Yeah, it sounds interesting. Hmm. I don't have control of my keyboard. I forget what the story is all of a sudden. I don't know what was going on with my keyboard there. Nope, still. I can hear it going tick, 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 tick. What in the world's going on? My keyboard no longer works.
That's weird.
It is weird. I'm going to restart clip and see if that's the problem. Actually, I'm just going to open a notepad. Nope, it doesn't work in Notepad either. Uh, since yesterday, there was a restart last night, and ever since then, things have just not been right. I may have to bomb out and restart the machine.
Okay, well, do what you need to do.
Filter keys is on.
Oh, I see. There.
Where's filter keys on anyway?
Always scan this section.
Why is always scan the section on? What are you talking about?
What is happening right now?
It was filter keys. Why was filter keys on? Maybe George did hit filter keys somewhere along the line. Weird. Moreover, what function of filter keys is don't use any possible keyboard stroke, but in fact just stop the whole thing ever. What version of it's that? And go dink whenever you hit the keyboard. Who does that? All right, let's just in time to go to bed. I guess.
Oh, I'm noticing an issue. Is the music? The music is down. That's funny.
The music started but then didn't. See you later then, Sarge. Good to have you though. Here, I'll start the music again. Or not.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Music doesn't work, huh? I just feel like nothing's working today. It's supposed to. Like, none of us are doing what it's supposed to be doing. What's going on, man? What's going on? Oh, yeah. Pepper is going on. That's what's going on.
It's a
Good. Let's
pepper.
have Pepper hum all night long. That's what Pepper will do.
That's probably a good thing because I had my mouth worked on today by the dentist.
Oof.
Well, then you can hum gently.
Hmm.
Hi, Melon. How are you?
No,
Evening, Pepper.
huh?
Evening.
It's an evening. I just got the proofs back for the comic I did for a Florida-based like comic anthology,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh, no.
everything looks like it turned out really well. But the problem is the artist I was working with, me and him came to an agreement where like we were gonna kind of do everything a little bit like um really like too like old school, so 11 by 17 type deal, everything's
Mm-hmm.
hand watercolored, all of that stuff, and they're saying it's too big, and I'm like, the aspect ratio is 11:17. You guys should have no problems doing it. However, we did have a rather thick border around the entire page.
Right? Hey, Cat.
So I
Hey,
don't.
Gruda.
They're
Sorry to
gonna
hear
try
that,
to figure
Melon.
it out.
I'm just getting the information through on the duck pond.
Oh no! Jeez.
Mm.
Sounds like you're having a rough day, though, with all the artist stuff.
Yeah. Are you talking to Melon?
No, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I know we have issues.
Melon had her flash drive die. That's not good.
Yeah. On a bright note, my brother got out of the hospital today.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. That is very.
And he's
that
walking.
truck.
And he's walking.
Yeah. His truck is totaled. For those of you who don't know, my brother crashed his truck by flipping it 3 times on the Florida Turnpike in Port St. Lucie, Florida. He was not drinking and driving, which is good, but he was on his cell phone.
All right.
So, yeah.
But he wasn't wearing a seatbelt either.
No, he was not. My sister, one of my other sisters, basically made a comment saying, "Buckle your seatbelts."
Not right.
I was like, so yeah, he must have not have been wearing a seatbelt. So that was that was fun, but other than that, everything else worked out pretty good today. So yeah.
That's good. Haven't seen Cat in a while.
It's all
How are
good.
things where you are, Cat? Out in the great wilds of the
Tennessee?
eastern seaboard area. I'm like, we still on the eastern seaboard?
Not Tennessee.
Tennessee is landlocked.
Yeah.
I mean, it has rivers and stuff.
Seaboard, but relatively eastern seaboard.
Well, it depends on which area of Tennessee you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's in 2 time zones.
We're running fine now, Bob. That's what I thought it was, Tennessee, but I don't know. Somehow I was getting like South Carolina as well. And I'm like, it can't be South Carolina. I don't know where I got South Carolina from, but you know. That's right. Tennessee. Had COVID the first week of December. Ugh. It was brutal.
I will be right back.
Okie dokie. We'll see you in a moment. Thank goodness you didn't lose anything, Melon. Because that sucks having to rebuild that stuff.
Yeah, I
That's
noticed.
Awesome, Cat.
I noticed you were on lists. That was pretty cool. If I don't continue working on my comic, I'm not going to be on any list. They'll be like, and it's a dead story. 5th overall is awesome. Well, but to be fair, your comic is pretty kick butt. Like, that's pretty awesome. It is a good comic. I dig your comic. I might be biased, but still, I dig your comic. And by biased, I mean you're my buddy. But still, I don't think I'm being biased when I say I dig your comic. I like the artwork.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool seeing rankings and stuff like that from Global Comics in general.
What are we talking about?
Just Global Comics.
Cat's comic. It was number
Cat's comic was
5
number one in
overall.
fantasy. Yeah, number one in fantasy, but Cat was number 5 overall, which is awesome.
Oh, cool.
I don't understand how all these things work. Huh. Yeah, one unique reader from CongluedComics.com. That's cool. Oh, there you go. Right. Here we have Alex's reaction to the bowling alley. I love how you keep making tutorials, and I'm like, oh, that's a useful tutorial. You have to read that. Like, my maximum looks like 286 panel reads. Kind of cool. Total 293 page reads, which happened strangely on 8/23 and 9/29. Huh. Huh. Cool. Right? You'll just be in charge of the entire education program. I'm okay with that. I mean, legitimately, I have learned so much from you on, I mean, even things like I consider myself a manga artist and still like all these things. Sweet. And I'll find it. Here we go. I now have it up. How to read your analytics. My analytics don't look anything like this. I'm just saying.
Ah, come on.
Yeah, you have to go over to it's on my page.
Oh, it's on your side?
Yeah, it's on my, hang on, I'll put it in the private chat. Somebody's microphone's dying.
Hello?
There you are. Oh, is that why that looks more like that? Because I mean, I'm looking at the example on your article, and like mine looks like a flat line with two spikes, and then it's flat again. And like all of these other ones, the example on here looks all nice and cool, you know. Yeah, I've gotten no revenue, which doesn't surprise me. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I have it set for the last 6 months because I wanted to see when the series started and see how it's progressing, which is I'm down 22 page reads this month. It doesn't surprise me. I haven't put out any new content, which is what this is, new content. So I am not even remotely as fast as some people.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm looking pointedly at Cayen down there.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Who is on issue number 4,382 since yesterday.
I thought he was just on chapter 6.
Right?
Just tells you on how often I check in.
Cayen was framed. Yes, totally framed. That's all right. Oh yeah, promotion's key. I figure I don't know when I'll do promotion. Maybe what I will start doing is making one of the days that I broadcast a promotion day where I go out and do stuff while being on the show here. Because that most definitely is an odious task that I don't do that very well. Right? He's either framed, framing, or farming, one of the two. I have no idea what any of those things could be true.
Yeah. I mean, it could be everything all at once.
I was gonna say I'm not wrong. Okay. Hang on. And I have to go kill a cat. What are you doing? Leave me alone.
That's on my end. Hold on. Hang on. I was having issue with porn bots on mine. So unfortunately, I had to
Get rid of some porn bots.
yeah. Go ahead and post that link again.
This is Garuda, not a bot.
God, that is some beautiful work.
Can you put that in chat too? Private chat,
Yes.
so I can see it because it's on your.
Yes. Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
There you
Thank
go.
you. I am human, says Garuda. It is pretty. Gruder, are you coming in on my Twitch or on Cayen's Twitch?
My Twitch.
Oh, okay. That makes total sense. I'm like, I can't see you. That makes sense. That's all right. I just wanted to make sure. No. No.
No.
I'm trying to get control of this. So, second button on my pen, my stylus, I've been working on trying to get that to be not swap back and forth between eraser and pen because it's not useful to me. So, I switched it to spacebar so that I can make it move around with the pen. But it was being confused for a minute there.
I see. God, we have like everybody on tonight.
Yeah, I know, right? A lot of people on tonight. Oh, yeah, Facebook sometimes is really far behind. We don't know why. Yeah, this is a solid night. We've got 3 of us on here and 7 people in the duck pond. Some very active communication going on, too.
Yeah. It's fun. It makes things a lot nicer.
It does. There's lots of people to talk to. I'm sitting here doing the work and stuff. You don't have to switch to Twitch. Switch to Twitch. You don't have to Twitch switch. Switch. Oh, I'm just not going to be able to. That makes sense. You know what? That's the whole point, guys. You can just join us and chat with us and exist with us and stuff. Oh, hey, Kat. We discovered the sub view. Cayen discovered the sub view and how horribly useful the sub view is. We just wanted to point that out because it's horribly useful. We're all very excited about it. And by we, I mean Cayen mostly, but
even you were excited by it.
Oh, I'm totally excited about it because I can pull it out over here and then have. In fact, I was using it a lot when I was doing the Airship 27 stuff a couple of days ago because I'd bring up all of my previous pictures from Airship 27 with all the characters, and I'd be like, "Oh crap, that's right. He's got a beard, and I've got to do it this way," and all the cool stuff because the sub view just sits up there.
What's Pure Ref Tool?
What's the Pure Ref tool? PureRef.com. Okay. Okay. Opening that now. All your reference images in one place. Learn more. Okay. Huh. So Pure Ref looks like online. Yeah, it's a mood board. Oh, melons screeching, unholy like.
Oh no.
Wrong layer.
I hope not. Doesn't look.
What's wrong, Melon?
I think we've broken something. Oh, we haven't broken anything. 4 emotes left.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I'm suddenly very
I
scared.
know, me too. Like, I hope you didn't blow something up. That would be sad.
Please tell me you didn't lose emotes.
Oh my gosh. Are those extra commissions that you just got just now?
Hey!
That's actually good. I was worried that this had something to do with the drive failure. So that's actually a good thing. I mean, I get the stressy, but yeah.
Well, don't die.
Yeah, don't die. So that's a quack rule. No dying. It's also a house rule here.
I mean, not everybody can be the zombie.
You're being pinged on Twitter? Oh, gotcha. See you later, Kat. Thanks for joining us. Have a good evening. Yeah, no dying in the duck pond.
Hey, it's extra work, but don't scoff at it. Extra work can be good.
Well, that's good.
Wow, a bunch of new streamers? That's awesome. It's awesome that they found you. They must have gotten recommended to you by someone.
Can't even remember my own characters' names anymore. Not a death ray or a nice ray. That's all Johnny Snow. Ugh. There we go. Yeah, that's where we are.
Yeah.
Melon, I just want to say that I love the idea of opening and closing comms. I'm totally thinking that if I ever get to the point of commissions, that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a communications officer going, opening comms, closing comms. Space geeks.
I view it as almost opening up like a porthole, and then you're just fighting back the waves.
Yeah. Right? I don't blame you.
Yeah, that mental health break.
Critical.
Yeah, yeah. Don't apologize for that one.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Just so long as you don't burn out before then. Take breaks. It's important.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh
no!
no. Melon didn't close it fast enough.
How
Melon will
many
be
more
looking
came
for it.
through? Oofta! Oofta!
That makes sense. There are a lot of things that I very rarely expect from Cayen. I get them anyway.
Yeah, I need to do more with Kofi. You can buy a bunch of emotes from me. I don't mind. You know my work ethic.
This is what we call subcontracting. I don't know if that's what Melon was after, but that's still funny.
It's $20. My emotes are cheap.
Hmm. What's better, devil or archfiend?
For what?
Tarot card.
Archfiend. All right. I think that's scripted out relatively well. As long as it's not one that you got from Craig, I guess we're okay.
Are we talking about a different Craig?
Yes. Bob and I have a friend named Craig who reads tarot. I was just making a funny joke about Craig. That's all.
Hmm. Would you two think death or transmutation?
Oh, I like transmutation. I feel like tarot is always much more of a flowery thing. There's lots more flowery.
Unless you look at the old cards.
Well, yeah, but
There's like an old deck of cards that was like made, I want to say in like the 1500s, something like that. Um, Luckily there was depictions of them that allowed people to actually get the full set of the cards to this day. Um, they're kind of horrifying.
yep. I'll do illegit tarot readings.
Illegit?
Well, Garuda was saying he had a friend who did legit tarot readings, and I'm like, I'll totally do illegit tarot readings. I'm not qualified. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
I mean, it's not that hard to do. I mean, I did tarot card readings at Universal Studios in Orlando.
You'll be eaten by a shark. That's what this card means.
Tomorrow.
Right?
Hmm. You're talking about the Colorado land sharks, right?
Oh, I was
Yes.
just saying Orlando Universal Studios has, of course, the Jaws exhibit. That's what I was referring to. Because it was funny in my head. I don't know. Lots of things are funny.
Actually, I wasn't that far from that attraction.
Yeah, that's why I figured you weren't. That's why I made the statement.
Yeah, I was usually shit. I was usually scheduled right next to the Blues Brothers band that played every hour on the hour. I really hated it.
I could see that getting old quick.
Oh yes. Wheel of Fortune or Fate?
Ooh, I like Wheel of Fortune. See, it's much more flowery. I like it.
Okay, what do you think, Melon?
Yeah, near the wizarding.
So Bob, when I worked for them, the Wizarding World went into that spot, and they kicked the tarot card readers like more to the side, and they got rid of half of the other half of the other workers that were there. So like the tarot readers that are there now, there used to be double the space, and now they halved it. I wouldn't do anything there anyways. Like, if anyone would like to know, they do test the people to see if you're actually good at it.
Right?
Like, not gonna lie, I went through it. I passed it. Don't know how, but I did. Freaked the people out because something I predicted basically came true like 2 weeks later.
Well, that'll instantly get you the job right there.
Yeah. Well, it was like, it was just weird because she was like, the person testing me, she was like, I know you're working with something and it's good. I just don't want to listen to your prediction anymore. Like, that's literally on how it went. And I was like, whoa, I don't know how to take this, but okay, thanks for the job. And like 2 weeks later, she's like, so you know that prediction where they're gonna half my space and limit how many people I was gonna have over here? Anything else you want to expand on? I was like, no, just that. But you can be good at something like that, but still not really know the future. It's kind of a guessing game.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they always mark it as for entertainment purposes only.
There are people that I worked with there that it was not entertainment. It was like life or death. That was their job.
Yes. And I get that.
But then I had to stop it because like there were people that were come back. They would come back to the tents like every day, like they were season pass holders, and they'd come every day to get a reading so that we could decide what they were going to do that day.
Oh, that's not cool.
And that's where I have to draw the line.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped doing it altogether. So, what's better, high priest or pope?
High priest.
The weirdest thing that happened at that job was actually running into people that grew up with my grandparents. Something like that. In Rhode Island. That was weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Well, but you're at a place that lots of people are at, so that makes some sense.
It was a very weird coincidence.
When did Photoshop add a symmetry option? That's a good question. I don't remember a symmetry option, but I guess. Oh no, it was a couple of updates back because I remember reading about it and going, "Yeah, I'll never use that." And of course, I'll probably use it naturally.
Hmm. Last question. Juggler or magician?
That's a tough one. I feel like magician in that one.
Hmm.
I don't know.
The weird thing is when I was looking at them and researching them, there are some older decks that actually say juggler.
Yeah,
And then it
the
morphed
older
in.
decks would also say death.
Well, that's transmutation. That's card number 13. Um, but basically, it refers to the court jester, the one that entertains. I don't know. Been a toughie. Hmm. I think you're right.
Mandala,
It's
huh?
like magician. All right. Hmm. Next project. Ta-da. All right. And since I have you here, might as well ask this. All right. Let's
I'm
see.
already married. Sorry.
Oh, I'm not asking that. And besides, you and your wife are coming on Sunday, so
Oh, I was gonna ask that. Is it okay if we move it to Monday?
then we may not be able to do it.
No, if that's the case, I'll make it happen. I've got a meeting on Sunday from 11 to 3. I can still make it up there Sunday night. That's not a problem. I was like, if I could, you know how it is when you're ADD. If you can put one thing on one day, it makes it better instead of having two things on one day. That's just confusing, you know.
Yes.
But it's
Yes.
not. It's not a bad thing. If you can't do it, that's totally cool.
Well, I don't like. I was kind of hoping for your wife's help in the baby's room.
Yeah, I can pick her up on the way.
But if you can't do it, just let me know. Me and Bill can figure something out.
Now I want to do this. This is important. This is very, very, very important.
I can talk to Bill to see if we can change it to Monday and let you know.
Yeah, if you can, that'd be awesome. If you can't, that's fine. We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
I mean, I think the original plan was to have him and his mom and his sister to help us.
Yep. So,
But
Bob's
I'll be
making a
real.
good point. You know, Monday is a holiday, so
Yeah.
we're not working.
And I figured your son would absolutely love the giant television my husband put in and play my Nintendo Switch on it.
Yeah, that's probably one of the things.
Yeah. I mean, it's a giant TV. I think Kai will definitely enjoy a giant TV and a Nintendo Switch.
Yep. I'm not happy with that per se, but that's all right.
What?
That last couple of sentences.
What? You don't like him on the Nintendo Switch?
Huh? No,
I'm
I'm talking
confused.
about from alert, red alert, all hands to battle stations, prepare for dust off. Are we okay now then? No, don't know. I'll go try to find it. In the meantime, try to rest.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if I like that.
When in doubt, allow the AI to choose.
Right? I'm not doing that.
And that would be my joke for the night.
Yep. Since we were talking about Navin, it's definitely a joke because he's an alien, which makes it funnier. Yeah, see if Bill will go for that, and if not, that is fine. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
And if so, then that would be awesome because then I won't have two things on Sunday, and that won't be stressy. It won't be super stressy either way. I just, it's an ADD thing. You understand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm not getting that plug stuck in my nose, and there isn't. It's driving me crazy. Oh, there we go. There was stuff. I was hanging out with a buddy of mine today, and she and I were talking about getting old because, of course, she was, or she still is, the sister of my closest fourth grade buddy, and she's the younger sister, and so growing up, she was the girl we kicked out because she had the gall to be a girl because we were like 8 or whatever. So it's funny because now we are both, she's in her late 40s and I'm in my 50s now, and it's weird talking because her kiddo is old enough now to drive. and they wanted me to go over and make sure that they were good to test because they didn't start till later, so they didn't have to take all the classes and stuff. So, but it was I was over there, and it is really surreal to talk to someone you grew up with and get in a car with their kid, and the kid is markedly older than the first time your first memory you have of the mom. Like
Mm-hmm.
the first memory of this particular friend of mine. She was like 5 or 6. It's like my first memory of her is really young. But her parents still live in the same house. So that's literally the only house from my childhood that's still the same house as it was when I was in my childhood because her parents still are there. And so I was just talking about I'd gone over to visit her parents a little while back and was visiting with them, and they haven't changed the house much at all. So it's really surreal to walk into their house, and it's like walking right back to my childhood, you know, because their house hasn't changed much, and so it was kind of cool, and because I
Mm-hmm.
And
still live in the
freaky.
same neighborhood as I grew up in, and they still live in the same house, so they're just down the street, you know. It was just such a weird and interesting thing to do, and it was cool. I like hanging out with them. Her dad has like my entire era when I was going through working on cars. We spent most of the time working on cars in that garage. Dang it! Stop doing that.
Melon, check your DMs.
Anyway, just an interesting thing.
Yeah, those nostalgia hits can be brutal sometimes.
They really can, but it's very interesting though when when you still live in the same neighborhood.
My my mom was telling me the other day that she's getting a new neighbor next door for the first time, I want to say, since I was 2 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, like new neighbors. And that's because like the people that lived there, like the last one passed away. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, the house next door here is still empty from when the our neighbor passed,
mm,
and that was several years ago at this point.
Yeah. Man. I'm gonna try something here. I may regret my life choices here, but let's see. There's been a lot of discussion about sitting up straight when doing drawing, and I've never been a vertical drawing person, and so I'm going to try it for a little while here and see if this is better for my posture.
I would like to think it is, but I don't actually know if it is or not.
Yeah. Well, so I subscribe to Imagine FX, the magazine, and they always do a, sort of little expose on an artist's studio. Like here is so and such a studio. And every time they do, I look at it and I'm like, hmm, like that's not a bad studio design. But everything I've seen, all of them have their drawing monitor up at an angle, like a pretty dramatic angle. So now I'm kind of like, I wonder if this isn't better to put it up like this. So I'm going to give it a shot. Oh, yeah, my arms are definitely at a 90 degree. That's not a problem, but I can see what you're talking about there.
Sad thing is my most comfortable way of drawing. I can no longer do it.
Well, I know that I've got a couple of vertebrae in my spine that are in my neck that are getting crushed because of hunched over all the time.
Yeah, there are several people that are referring to that as the art gremlin pose.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe I need to do this. And it may be irritating, and I may not like it, but I may have to try to do it anyway. Melon's saying, feel free to post it when you're done.
Okay,
That they love your work.
thank you, Melon.
Knowing that you also are using one monitor, and so swapping back and forth is a little hard.
Save. File. PNG.
Oh man, why did I miss you somehow?
And I see a little area here I missed.
If anyone wonders what I'm doing, I'm setting up for tomorrow.
Bonk needs some work up top.
See you later, Gruda. Good night, Melon. Sleep well, my friend.
Night,
Rest,
Melon.
rest well.
Night,
Rest.
Melon.
It was a really busy night. It was nice having all the chatters come in.
It really was nice. It was a really cool night. I'm pleased, and there were 3 of us on here doing work. It was a solid night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you 2 were here. Thank you.
You're
Glad I
welcome.
was able to come in.
You're welcome. Okay.
I appreciate Melon leaving the stream running. And keep the views.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna head out. I'm sorry. I'm getting tired and I have another long day tomorrow.
It's all good, my friend.
So,
We'll see you in the later Devu, whenever that is.
all right. I'll talk to you all later.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
So I have this really cool thing. I have a speaker that sits inside my pillow, and it's because my wife can't sleep with sound. It She can't sleep. So, but I, on the other hand, have a horrible, horrible problem with earworms. I'll get a song stuck in my head, and it will stay with me until the next morning. I will literally go to sleep with it going through my head over and over and wake up with it still going through my head. Like my brain just will not let it go. And it's horrible. And the only way for me to get rid of it is to have music playing at night. And this has been an ongoing problem between my wife and me for years, decades, because, she can't sleep with music and I can't sleep without music. And the compromise we came up with was we just did not, I just dealt with the fact that I had earworms and just let it go and just suffered from singing a song all night long. Um, but then I found this cool speaker that you can plug in to like something, and it just fits inside your pillow. And then it just only you can hear it because it's just coming from your pillow. And from about like a foot away from the pillow, you can't hear anything, you know? And it's the greatest thing ever because right now I have a song so stuck in my head and it won't go away. And I won't say what it is because I don't want to give you guys the earworm. But I've got this song and I've had it stuck in my head for the last 2.5, 3 hours. And it's not even a very long song. And so it just plays over and over and over. Music that won't stop. I must be suffering from the Dowd. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's not an induction speaker. It's just a normal speaker, but you can put it inside the stuffing of your pillow, and it just sits inside the pillow, and it's great. So, totally designed for you to sleep on it. It's a hard shell, so you can't crush the speaker. You know, it's great. I just love the thing. It's my favorite thing. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to it all of a sudden because this song has been haunting me for the last 2 hours, and I'm really over it. And I was kind of hoping the music would play tonight. So this is a great night for the music to break on our show. Because now
obviously
there's nothing I've been doing except singing the song over and over and over in my head. That won't go away. These are all like stupid ADD things, right? Like it's that whole autistic spectrum thing. Like my brain is obsessing about this song and it won't let it go. And it just won't let it go. So it's horrible. Anyway, I'm looking forward to laying in bed and turning the radio on and letting whatever's on the radio just wash this out of my head. But I can't do it right now because we'll get a copyright strike. So I'm like, dang it. During the day, whenever this happens, I just tell Alexa over here to just run 80s music. 80s music is the best because all of 80s music is all catchy and it immediately washes everything out because every one of them is an earworm. And as long as you just keep them rolling, you're good. Yeah, I had one of those for a while, but then I woke up tangled up with the cord, and that wasn't good. And so, and then of course I've seen recent ones that are Bluetooth and stuff like that, and though those would be cool, I know what will happen. I'll forget to charge them, and then they'll be dead when I need them most. This is the perfect thing because it's in the pillow and the cable runs out the side and goes into the, Oh, the song that I'm suffering from today? No, it's from it's a musical.
Wow, we have like 20 minutes left.
I know, it's gone by really quick. And actually, what I usually I'm going to have to start using a CPAP, and I think my dear wife is going to have to as well. I think she's fighting it tooth and nail. But I think that it's only a matter of time. It's not that. She has sensory issues. So she has a problem with anything being attached to her. Right now she's got an eye mask that drives her crazy, but there's too much light in the room, ambient light. She can't make it dark enough. And so she is slowly acclimated herself to that. But man, I don't know. The idea of something connected to her face, I don't think she's going to go with that very well. So it's not the noise because she's got earplugs she wears every night. But yeah, I'm starting to worry about her. I haven't had.
I love my
Your
I
CPAP.
love my CPAP mask.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get one soon too. And it doesn't bother me, or it wouldn't. I don't think it'll bother me.
So, from what I've heard, is some people will really fight the machine and you have to get used to it, or you just instantly get used to it, which is what happened to me.
Yeah. I turn over about 3 times a night, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. And all of my life, I have to wake all the way up to turn over, which has been great for my cats because I'm able to wake up, move my cats, then turn over instead of just rolling over on the cats. You know? So they love it. They think it's great. Yeah. Well, and then there's Walker.
Texas Ranger?
Yeah, we had a friend. Yeah, George thanks me. We had a buddy and he had dangerous sleep apnea. And he did something similar. He hated his CPAP and hated his CPAP, and then one night he dismantled it and he didn't wake up the next morning.
Yeah.
And so it was like, ugh.
Yeah, I have dangerous sleep apnea as well. They clocked me at 600 incidences per night.
Oh my God. Yikes.
I mean, it was one of those where the person that gave me the test goes, "Yeah, we don't know how you're still alive."
Right. How do they test that? Do they just test that when you're in the hospital, or I mean, because my biggest problem is I have to make like all of the bed pieces have to be exactly right, or else my legs cramp and my arms go to sleep and all kinds of crap. So like my bed is this bizarre shaped thing. So I'm kind of afraid of going someplace and trying to sleep in a bed.
No, they send you home with the machine,
Okay.
and you sleep in your normal bed in a normal setting, and this machine tests you through the night.
Okay.
And what
That's what I
happened with
figured.
me? What happened with me was actually COVID. One of the positive things that came from COVID
Mm-hmm.
was they sent me home with an oxygen supply.
Right.
And they were like, okay, so you need to come off the oxygen supply. I'm like, that's fine during the day, but I need it at night. They're like, what do you mean? It's like, I have never slept better until I've had this oxygen machine. This machine's been fantastic at night. I've gotten the best night's sleep with it. And you could see the flags
Uh-huh.
being thrown in the doctor's mind. Of, okay, well, let's check you out for sleep apnea.
Right.
And sure enough, I have it really bad.
Hmm.
But yeah, that machine, like, apparently they have to beg people to use it. And I'm sitting there like the first month of me using it was kind of tough because they had to have it set up so high that the machine was maxing out every night, which my
Mm-hmm.
lungs weren't used to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my lungs were sore for that first month because it was pressurizing my chest.
Yeah, Bob, man, that's brutal. Wonder what my sats look like. I didn't think about sats. Because my new watch is tracking all kinds of stuff. Oh, I sucked on sleep last night too. 12:07, fell asleep. 4:53, wake up. That sucked. Oh, I was also dead from let's see, about 8 o'clock until 1 p.m. So
What?
just so you know, I was totally dead. I don't think you can see it. Wait, you can almost see it there. See, I was dead.
You just
Yeah,
flatlined right there?
yeah, flatline. What it's funnier than it really should be. What it really is that I took my watch off because I took a shower and then forgot to put my watch back on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I was dead for those 2 hours. I was just dead. It's a good thing they don't have any kind of like any kind of whatever. Why does it not do this? Huh. I guess I'm dead here too.
Hey, Guy, check the chat, the restream chat.
Nice. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, I'm gonna stand up. I apparently also do not exist as far as blood oxygen goes because it's trying to do the measurement. Oh, 98%. Good.
That's good.
I live. I'm alive. I'm alive. That is a good thing to see there, Can.
I live again.
Right? I still live at 98%. Well, that's good. I don't know how it figures out my blood pressure, though.
Science or magic, it's the same thing at this point.
I mean, because it says that my blood pressure is 125/68. I don't know if I believe that. Hey, who knows? It may be because I can't actually find my normal blood pressure cuff because I've been cleaning up my office.
Yeah, so, like, even though I didn't come on yesterday, I actually was very busy yesterday. So, it's been nice to still have this to be able to keep my work going.
Yes, I agree. This is one of those where I've got technobabble and I have to make the technobabble sound normal and make sense to people. And this is the hard writing. This is difficult writing always. Yeah. because some of it you can throw away, right? Type 4 energy is engine signature looks like an Emerson class destroyer. It's inbound, 4 light years out, moving fast. Estimate 2 hours to 00 intercept. Okay, that's fine. You get kind of the feel with that kind of technobabble that bad guy coming in,
Yeah,
right? Like it's okay. You get in about
and
2 hours out.
it's describing the ship.
Right. So that's okay, technobabble. The next things are harder though, because now I've got, well, we knew the Commonwealth would be interested in Moment, right? And so I want to make sure that we reference back there. And then Angie says, we can't fight a destroyer. And then then comes the technobabble where Chang says, yeah, not with 1 terawatt motes, because of course it's gravity motes are the shields, but they're not going to say, did we mention our shields, which are called gravity motes? Because nobody says that, right?
Yeah.
Nobody talks like that. I'm going to drive in my car. Did I mention my car was an automobile with a gas engine? I'll see you tomorrow. It's like nobody talks like that, right? So then I'm putting, well, we can try to boost the shields, and then it's, I don't think so. She's got a lot more power at her disposal. You know what I mean? Like, so that kind of explains a little bit there.
Yeah. No, I'm getting you.
That seems a little bit more clear. Oh, 6 minutes to midnight, says Bob. What do we want to talk about? What deep subject do we want to get into right now?
So one of my friends works in tech support, and they had a person call in, and they were told to push a button in the action panel, and they were asking what a button was. And my friend was like, the icons on your screens are called buttons. And apparently, this was a lady in a doctor's office, or this was a person they really responded with, then how am I supposed to press them if they're in the screen?
You're right.
It's like, okay. What I find funny was a number of years ago at this point, a cartoonist was complaining about how he hated cell phones because drawing them, they had no style on the page. They were just this box. And it killed the work because they weren't as graphical as a telephone receiver.
I feel that. Maybe boost the gravitational gradient. Maybe.
And yet, what's funny is having a telephone receiver, like if you look at this page that I have up right now, it makes it funnier.
It does. I like it. I like the picture.
And that technology is still around. It's still here. You can draw people with it, and you can do things with a joke by having someone with a cell phone talking to someone on a traditional landline.
Right.
So yeah, the last panel of this page is totally a tech support panel where they're holding up the whiskey bottle with the thing in case of emergencies, uncork. It's like, yep, we've hit that moment.
Right. If we reverse the inertial dampeners, we can increase the local gravity by N%. And I'm going to go in with here. Okay, well, we knew the Commonwealth would be interested in a moment. We can't fight a destroyer. Yeah, not with 1 terawatt motes. A destroyer would blast past 1 terawatt without even blinking. And then she turns to the engineer. How much power can we push through the gravity plates? And he says, 0.5 terawatt? Not much more.
Hi, Fallen. How's it going?
Uh-oh. There's
We have a raid.
We're getting raided at 2 minutes after.
Hi, Raiders. Welcome to the Quasar Art Collective. My name is Brian Cayen. Over there is Guy. Actually, over that way is Guy. And we are artists currently working on our various comics. Guy is currently working on his comic, which is
Bellatrix Rising. Which...
And I am working on Armageddon Divinity.
I have a thing that I can put on here. I think. Yeah. There we go. And then I can switch back.
Yes.
But once I figure out where I put all my switches, that's not.
We normally have music going, but tonight the music decided to fail us. So
yeah, our music died the day the music died. And then we have Bob over there in the duck pond with you guys.
Yes.
So yeah, I think I should change that graphic over there to a duck pond.
I think so too. I think that would be a good graphic to have.
Yep. All right, so I think that scene is quickly coming to an end here.
People trying to...
0.5 terawatt, not much more. Oh, that'll stop a rock or two. Because that's an Angie quote, because Angie has a streak. And then, all right, we'll do the best we can.
I don't like that. I think something like this would be better.
We'll work for a few more minutes. Oh, we forgot one important thing.
What's that?
I need to talk about how there's no help, no assistance out here. Sadly, I am not drawing, I'm scripting at the moment, which doesn't help. We get rated and I'm scripting, so I'm like, aw, no exciting drawing here. I feel bad.
Oh, I'm scripting too, but what's fun is you get to see the whole sad process of us making comics.
Yeah, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
I'll put the MPV.
Because, like, one of the things for comic making, I don't know if you have the same thing, but I definitely do, is I act the comic. So I'm running through the dialogue of it.
Yep. I feel like this probably needs to be like this. I do kind of like this upright monitor. Thanks. All right. So we are past midnight.
After midnight.
I'm kind of thinking here in a minute I'm going to bail as well. But we just got raiders. Do the raiders leave when they come in? I mean, is that like the thing? I don't
They
understand
come
how.
in, and so they'll come in and they can hang out for a while. I think and they can leave immediately. Like, we're down to 8 people over on my end. They'll come in, they'll talk if they
And that just
want,
gives us
or
extra
hang
views.
around. Yeah,
That's cool.
and it's basically, a bigger channel sharing their audience with a smaller channel.
And that's nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. I dig it. I just don't understand it, but I dig it. Bob, no, that's the top of the next issue. So this is issue 2. I'm hopping back and forth and tying the scripts together so that they talk to each other, so to speak.
Fun fact, for the people who watch when I post art on Tess and Fallen's channel, what you're seeing here with the blue lines is actually how I script a comic. So even a single page comic, I will go in and do a rough script and then start refining it from there. So you actually get to see my whole process. It got very quiet.
Yeah, it's this actually might be better. So adding this in puts, well, we knew the Commonwealth would be interested in Moment, and then, yeah, there's no fold highway here, and the next system is 10 days away. Tactically, this is a good move. And then Angie says, so we're on our own, huh? That's okay. And then that's where we have Chang says, we can't fight a destroyer, Angie, not with 1 terawatt motes. That works. So it doesn't matter whether you now know that, whatever a moat is, it's a battle system of some sort. A destroyer would blast past 1 terawatt without blinking.
Why not just say 1 mote shields? Or 1 mote of shields?
Yeah, because that's the problem is that the way the shields work on the ships is it makes a gravity ring around the ship. That's why they call it a moat. It's similar to, it looks like a moat around a castle. So it's just a huge gravity well in a ring, or rather a globe around the ship. And so anything that, like a laser gets in there or anything, it's just going to get sucked into that well. And, missiles will get sucked into that well. But how strong that well is depends on how much electricity and power you put into it. In this case, they only have 1 terawatt to put in. And so that's what they were saying is, you can make super powerful gravity motes if you have a lot more power, but the kittywake's only got 1 terawatt she can use. So that's kind of what we're after here. It's not shielding because they don't actually have like a wall. They're not putting up a wall of any sort. They're just putting up a big moat around the ship.
Yeah, but you could still call it, you could still do 1 mote of shielding. Because when they fire, like you could have a smaller ship fire and have it suck in around it.
I know. I'm trying to decide whether I want to make that conceit, because I see where you're going, and I agree with it. I see what you're saying. I'm just trying to decide whether, and the reason is because in my head, that's not the terminology that they would use. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be like a blade of armor on a tank, calling that shielding. It's not. Technically, it's armor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, if you were to say, well, we still have our blade of shielding on our tank, nobody would say that because the term is actually armor. And so, I don't know, maybe, because I get what you're saying, and I totally agree. Our grav moat isn't deep enough to withstand a destroyer. That's good. I think that
would work. That would work.
reads it. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, so when I was doing a space RPG, we would describe shielding as, and I am going to use the uncensored, crude version.
It's midnight.
But it was described as, imagine you're speeding down a highway and you're going 60, and a goose poops on your car and it just hits the car and goes up over the windshield and the car. And we called it the goose shit effect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's similar to the way these shields work, was the laser would hit the front of the shield and then warp around the shield.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still waiting for the day I can put the goose shit effect in a comic, because that would be hilarious.
There we go.
Anyways, I think on my end, I am running out of energy. The GS effect. Yes. Yes, there we go. That
That's
works,
awesome.
Bob.
All right. All right. That I feel like that was enough. I've written through this scene here. I like it. It's solid. I'll have to hand it off to James to have him double check it because James is my ultimate BS checker. He does a good job of reading it and going, I have no idea what you were trying to say here.
Yeah.
And since he's an electrical engineer with the US Army, if he can't get my techno babble, then I'm like, okay, I screwed up. But I'm out for the night, and I think you are too.
Yes.
The CF war. That sounds like a thing. Only problem I've got is I can't see the bottom of the widgets over here. There we go. All right.
I hate when you can't see the bottom of the widgets.
Yeah, because I've tilted up my drawing monitor, so now my drawing monitor is covering up the bottom half of my main monitor, which means I can't see all the little doohickeys at the bottom, like switching back and forth between OBS and my what's it's over here. Yeah, James would be really good at that. We'll hit him up and see what he says. He usually proofs my books. I'm having him proof them before I draw them in, though, because that way he won't. That way I won't have invested a whole bunch of time. The last time he checked it when it was all drawn, and he was like, "This whole page doesn't make sense," and I'm like, "Oh no!" And I had to dump a page. So after it had been drawn, so okay, well, I'm going to go to bed. You're going to go to bed, and I'll see you tomorrow at some point.
Yep.
Bob, I'll see you tomorrow as well. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for raiding us, raid people. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right. Things are so messed up. Okay. I'll see everybody later, and remember to keep your eyes on the stars. Good night, all.
Bye.